So I'm Frank DeSimone, and I'm in charge of development at SpaceClaim. That means I design the product and I determine what goes in the product. And we figured what better thing to do than to open this up for users to write in and ask questions of me. We call this 5 for Frank. We'll do it about every quarter, and more or less depending on your interest level and all this stuff. Question 1. I've heard that it's easy to mess up a model by moving a face by mistake or moving an edge or whatever. All right, so this is a common question with direct modeling. The way we think about it is, look, you have the model at all times, and it's what it is. There's no history. What we do have is a great undo mechanism, just like Word or PowerPoint or any normal application these days. If you mess something up, you undo it, and you can undo all the way back until you even created the model. In addition to that, you can save the model and lock it in the state. And you can also version models. Anytime you get it to a state you like, you can just save it out as a new version. So the second question is, what's so special about SpaceClaim sheet metal? The thing about sheet metal is it's a lot harder to do in 3D than people think. And history-based systems don't really capture the way people who actually make sheet metal designs. It doesn't capture how they actually work. The way we do direct modeling is actually very aligned with how people think of making a sheet metal part. I know what I want, and I pull on the faces, and I get the sheet metal flanges I need. In addition to that, we relied on our partners at Trump and Flow to tell us what real sheet metal users need, and that's what we implemented. So the third question is, how do we choose what to do? We have this great development team, super fast, can develop any way we point them. We don't want to waste that resource doing dumb things. So it's very important we choose the right problems to solve. So we listen to our application engineers, and we listen to customers, not when they tell us what to do, when they tell us what problems they need us to solve. And then we use our expertise in UI and geometry, because we know lots of good geometry stuff. And then we solve their problems using the software. So what we usually do is use the actual SpaceClaim software to define the problem, and then we mock it up in SpaceClaim, and that's how we tell the developers what to do. All right, question 4. What's next for our 3D printing module? You can look forward to, without too many exact details, you can look forward to other SpaceClaim tools working on these STL triangulated meshes. The reason we're doing this is because it should never matter whether the user creates a geometry from scratch, whether he brings it in from some CAD system from someplace else, or whether he's bringing it in because it's an STL file. It should not matter where the geometry comes from. You should be able to do SpaceClaim geometry operations on it. So this is the big one, number 5. How does the SpaceClaim acquisition by ANSYS affect me as a customer? I don't think it should affect you at all. You have this huge organization backing SpaceClaim the product. And we, as they believe, are going to stay focused on geometry. We're going to solve geometry problems wherever they come from. In addition to that, we're no longer a startup. Part of an established company, established business. Basically, it should be a win-win for you as a customer.
So hey, thanks for watching. If you want to send me a question and have it answered, send an email to 5forfrank@spaceclaim.com.